Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for July 13th through the 19th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. I was waiting for Juno to switch positions because she looks like a little bit of a gremlin back there when she looks into the camera, and I'm like, I just see these eyes staring at me. Oh, there she goes. And I was waiting for her to just change positions, but that didn't happen. And I'm like, I'm just gonna start, and then I see her, boop! Okay, here's my girl. But anyways, it's fine. Ignore the little gremlin back there. That's Juno. The overall energy for the reading, the King of Cups. I mean, this is a nice energy, super open, super loving, very, very nice energy. And I do believe it's your energy. Let me see, in the recent past, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Three of Cups. You're coming in saying, I don't care, basically. There's almost like a chance for a meetup, or, you know, a chance for, hey, let's get together to do something fun, and to, you know, stuff like that. And you're like, I don't care for it, you know. But the I don't care part comes through with deception, so it's almost looking like, no, I think you do care. I don't know what that is, but okay. In the current situation, the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Death card. Okay, you might be putting an end to something, or trying to, but definitely coming through from a pretty compassionate place. Like, you're not just, oh yeah, whatever, fuck off. You know, no, I think you're trying to be considerate to everybody involved. Okay. In the immediate future, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Six of Wands. Pretty fun energies. I kind of see you going about your life and doing whatever it is that's fun, that's, you know, feels good to you for the most part, and you feel good about it. So I kind of see you doing whatever the fuck you want, basically, and it feels good. You know, for a split second there, it's like, I'm going to do that. Why? Because I want to, because it feels like it's going to be fun. Okay. Let's clarify. Let's see what's really going on here. King of Cups, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. So you're showing me a process here of a commitment coming to an end, coming to a close, or you're taking it there. You know, you're taking the commitment's hand and you're like, let's walk to the finish line. It is a process though. It's kind of slow. But I see you quite engaged, invested in this race, or, you know, walk you're having to take this to the ground, basically. Okay. Okay. So it's something that you want ended, done. Up. Hold on. There we go. For the Five of Swords, you get the Temperance card, the Nine of Wands, the Three of Swords. Okay. So whatever that situation is, a mosquito, well, a few mosquitoes apparently, look at this. I'm being blasted out there when I'm with Blue, and I have to wait for him for number 2. And then I have to push the mosquitoes off of him, but then meanwhile, I get blasted. Oh my God. Anyways. Whatever the situation was in which, hey, let's meet up for something fun or whatever, I feel like that was kind of an ongoing type of a dynamic. Like, you would do fun things with whoever this was. You would come together with them a lot. But sometime along the way, you didn't want to anymore. You know, that's why you're showing up there with the sense of, I don't think I'm gonna go do that today with you. It wasn't about that day. It wasn't about, oh, you just had an off day, you didn't feel like it, and that's that. No, it was a built up type of an energy. It was for quite some time you didn't want to do any more fun, not fun, whatever things with whoever this is. But I feel like you still did up until this day came and you said, yeah, today I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, that's why the deception is there, because no, it's been quite some time of you not wanting to. Oh my god. Of you not wanting to do pretty much anything there with whoever that is, you know? So, but I don't know what happened. You're showing me I don't want to do this anymore because it's too much. I just don't want to deal with any of this anymore, you know? Okay. But it didn't come through as expressed like that. Like, hey, I feel like something's going on. I can't quite tell exactly what it is, but I just know that whatever it is not allowing me to be fully open here. You know, you didn't say it like that. You probably said it, not today. Maybe, yeah, I'll do this today, but next time I don't know if I'm up for it, you know? So it was almost like an intentional delay of dealing with whatever that was, or just kind of pushing it to the side, but not really confronting the situation as, hey, something's going on here where I feel rejective to this. I don't know exactly why, but I you know, let me figure it out first. For the Eight of Cups in the recent past, you get the Nine of Cups, the Death card, the Page of Swords. Yeah, you were out. You were out. This built to the point in which you were completely detached here. Like, there was, as far as you're concerned, there's nothing to give to the situation anymore. You know? But that's the thing, you're still showing up at times. If that was me at the other end of this, and I would say, hey, how about we do who the fuck knows what tomorrow? Let's go see fireworks. You'd be, oh yeah, let's go do that. That would be fun. But you're completely out, disconnected from me. Like, you really don't want to go see fireworks with me. You know what I mean? But you're still going. That was the deception there. Let me do the Three of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Moon. Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's pointless now to kind of go back and look at shoulda, coulda, woulda, you know, types of scenarios. This is just how it played out, and it is what it is. While something was presented as an option for you to do with somebody, sometimes you took it, sometimes you weren't in the mood, but still took it. Towards the end there, you really weren't in the mood because you were completely disconnected. And sometimes, even when you were cut off completely from it, you still kind of went with it. Sometimes, other times, no. You know, but in the background there was an energy that was kind of calling at you, you know, to look into. Like, hey, you need to figure out what's going on here. Now, whether or not you went there and actually looked into it, I don't know. Or if you proceeded from, hey, I'm not here really, but physically I'm still going to participate in this. You know, I don't know. For the Ace of Cups in the current situation, you get the World card, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands. Yeah. Okay, something shifted. As far as your approach to things here, something definitely shifted. Definitely changed. Where it's not, you're not as there anymore. You're there, but there's more of an obvious detachment type of an energy that's at place too. Okay. In the sense of, yeah, I could be here or I could be going to do something else that's more fun if that were to be presented to me at this time. So you leave room to be understood, at least in the situation, that, hey, I'm not really for this 100% anymore like I used to be. For the Knight of Swords, in the current situation, you get the Five of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups. Well, there's still some part of you, though, from a conscious level, like you're very aware of it, of you being there. And that comes through again as deceptive. Because at this moment in time, it's coming, let's say initially you just didn't know, right? I wasn't aware of what I was doing. Instead of trying to figure my stuff out, I was still kind of engaging with this and, entertaining whatever was going on here. Okay. But now it's coming through as at a conscious level. So you're very much aware that you're still here. And when it comes through as a conscious level in this context, it almost makes it look like you're trying to still be here because you're pursuing something else. Like you have something to gain if you were to still keep yourself in this game. You know what I mean? Because it's conscious. It's almost like there's an ulterior motive here. Like, okay, I still have to be here. I still have to play this game because of that. Because that would bring me that. Or maybe there's some fear involved. I don't know. For the Death card in the current situation, you get the Four of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Four of Swords. But you're definitely taking this to the finish line. Whatever this dynamic is, you've made up your mind probably a while ago that this is going down for you. You're closing this off one way or another. So you're still hand in hand with the energy of this dynamic, carrying it through to the end. You're upset about it. It doesn't feel great. But you made up your mind as far as that's concerned. You definitely are done with this, and you're gonna be done with this. It's just not right now. Right now you're still here with the changed attitude that would definitely make things look a little more detached. For the Knight of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Two of Pentacles, the Empress, the Knight of Cups. There is something fun that's shown up for you here. It looks like an opportunity. It looks like maybe you are doing something fun, and then you're kind of like, should I ask someone to come with? Should I, there's something about a person that's pretty important to you, by the looks of it, but there's a little bit of a question mark there. Like, should I, would they like this? Should I invite them with me to do this? So it's kind of shown up like that. I feel like you're going to do it regardless, but when it comes to this particular energy, there's a little bit of a question mark. I got 2 tickets for who knows what, and I know exactly who I want to ask, but I don't know if they're going to go for it or something like that. For the Page of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Ten of Wands, the Star, the Queen of Cups. I feel like you're going to go on, by yourself to whatever this is. And I feel like you're going to have some fun. There is a sense of heaviness almost being there, just doing this like on your own, but you are doing it for you. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like the actual question is, why are you doing this? Is it something that makes you feel good? And ultimately the answer is yes. But you are almost missing this person, whoever this is. It could be like a best friend type of a situation in the sense of, man, I so wish they were here. Because I feel like, or a family member. But I still see you going through, and because you have so many questions around, would they like it, would they not, them, I feel like you're just going to drop it and do this on your own. 6 of Wands in the immediate future, you got the Lovers, the 9 of Wands, the Magician. There is definitely a very strong connection to someone here, but it's it carries a lot of load on it at this moment in time, and it's not whatever we talked about throughout the reading. This is something else. The one you're hand in hand with and taking it to the finish line, it's not that one. It's something different. This one you feel really, really connected to it, but there's always like a question mark over there. Between your energy and whoever is at the other end of this, there's always like a little bit of like a fogginess in between. So I get the sense that you're trying to manifest great things for this dynamic, but there's still, it's kind of like the elephant in the room and nobody's talking about it. Whatever. It's a very foggy elephant. So I still see you manifesting good things when it comes to this, but it's kind of remaining up in the air as of right now. While you continue with this process for whatever this other dynamic is that you're kind of taking it to the finish line there. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The Queen of Swords, the Devil, the Ace of Swords. I mean, you're showing up quite determined over, whatever it is you're planning to do. If you keep your eyes on the prize, you should be good to go. And you do seem to be in that kind of an energy of pursuing goals, practical goals. Like I said, I was going to do that, I'm going to do that. And that's exactly what you're doing. So you're in that kind of a mode of, doing things that make sense to you at this moment in time. So looks fairly okay for the most part. Again, I feel like this whole complication of, if you're still in something that you don't want to be part of, that comes back as deceptive to you, because it's like at the end of the day, why are you still here? And then maybe you've got some motives behind all of it. I don't know. But that would make this whole process lengthier of whatever this is that you're trying to kind of close off. And as far as this foggy elephant is concerned, this is something that at some point maybe will need to be unfogged. Not now. It's not looking like now. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.